After 1 week off, Formula 1 will return to action in Qatar, and most probably, Verstappen will be crowned as a world champion, if everything goes to plan for the Austrian racing outfit. The 2023 season started with 2 races in the Middle East, and since then, Formula 1 had a big journey through different continents and different climate conditions. So now it's time for another race in the Middle East, and it will be a tougher test for drivers as it's hard to tolerate desert climate conditions normally prevailing in the Middle East. However, it's not a problem for the competitiveness of the race in the Losail International Circuit. As usual, we're ready to bring a pre-race analysis ahead of the Grand Prix weekend to provide you with sufficient information to have a good insight into the race in Qatar. But before we proceed, hit the subscribe button and smash the bell icon for more exciting updates. The Qatar Grand Prix has no long history, and its first appearance in the Formula 1 calendar happened in 2021. Still, there is only one Formula 1 event that has been held there, as it was dropped from the 2022 championship due to the busy atmosphere in Qatar with the FIFA World Cup. So it reserved a slot in the 2023 edition of the Formula 1 Championship after signing a 10-year deal with the Formula 1 governing body. With less maturity of Losail International Circuit as a Formula 1 venue, it is difficult to make bold predictions about the race there. The Losail International Circuit is 5.419 kilometers long, and drivers have to go 57 times around the circuit to cover the total race distance. The Losail circuit was originally built for motorcycle racing, and with that reason, it has fewer straight areas and is composed of 16 challenging corners, which test the different strengths of the drivers. The Qatar Grand Prix has a remarkable place in the Formula 1 calendar as the 4th full-night race after Singapore, Bahrain and Sakir. Ahead of the 2023 edition of the Qatar Grand Prix, a number of facilities have been added to the circuit layout to provide an amazing racing experience to both drivers and fans. The track has already been resurfaced, and drivers will surely face difficulty in finding enough grip to keep their fast-moving challengers away from the barriers. The race in Losail will follow the sprint race format, and that means there will only be one practice session for the entire race weekend. Qualifying for the main race on Sunday will be held on Friday evening to decide the starting grid. There will be one more qualifying session in the name of the sprint shootout held on Saturday morning to select the starting grid of the sprint race. When the inaugural edition of the Qatar Grand Prix was held in 2021, there was an intense battle between Hamilton and Verstappen for the driver's title. However, Hamilton was able to beat Verstappen despite the fastest lap record set by Verstappen, a lap time of 1 minute 23.196 seconds. But 2 seasons later, things have changed to a greater extent, and Verstappen is on a dominant run. If Max Verstappen is able to complete this race without any drama, he will surely clinch the 2023 driver's title, becoming a 3-time world champion. As a team, Red Bull already clinched the constructors' title in Suzuka in the last race weekend, and then the remaining part of the championship will become more interesting with the battle for 2nd and 3rd spots of the championship. Currently, Perez is in the 2nd spot with 223 points, and he's closely followed by Hamilton and Alonso with 190 points and 174 points respectively. But Alonso is already in danger with the poor form of his Aston Martin challengers over the last few races, and he is at a touchable distance from both the Ferrari drivers. McLaren is currently showing great form in the latter part of the season too, and its MCL 60 appears to have enough strength to make a direct impact to the dominant run of Red Bull challengers over the 2023 season. There is an interesting fight between Mercedes and Ferrari for the 2nd spot, and it's hard to predict the final result with the track conditions and inconsistent form of both teams. As Red Bull is already out the contest, Ferrari, McLaren, Aston Martin and Mercedes will be the teams to watch during the race in Losail. We have only one Formula 1 racing experience at Losail, and it's difficult to predict the best strategy based on that data, as well as the circuit being resurfaced. Last time, Hamilton won this race by using a 2-stop strategy, and he completed 2 initial stints on mediums before switching to hard for the final run. But we saw a lot of tyre strategies in the 2021 edition, and some drivers started on softs, while others on mediums. The number of pit stops also varied from 1 to 3. One key factor that should be considered here is the sand blows from the surrounding deserts, which cause a considerable effect on the grip of the circuit as well as on the tyre degradation rates. The ambient temperature of the circuit will also reach up to 40 degrees Celsius, and it also has a great effect on tyre degradation. According to the current weather forecast, day temperature will fluctuate around 40 degrees Celsius and expect no rain over the entire race weekend. Friday will be the warmest day and temperatures of 41 degrees will be expected. When the race starts at night, the temperature will be dropped by around 10 degrees Celsius. In addition to high temperatures, drivers have to face a strong wind sweeping across the desert as well. On the first 2 days, this will reach up to 34 to 35 kilometers an hour limit, but will drop down to 21 kilometers an hour on Sunday. This is the end of our pre-race analysis ahead of the race in Qatar, and we hope that this video will be useful for you to have some good insight into the race weekend. What do you think about the outcome of the race in Losail? Share your thoughts in the comment section below. Thank you for watching the video. If you enjoyed the video, subscribe to the channel to get more exciting Formula 1 news. See you in the next video, guys. Goodbye.